Hello everyone and welcome to Darlene's Makeup Table. My name is Darlene, of course, and you're right here with me at my makeup table. Now listen, if you're new to my YouTube channel, let me just say that there is a whole lot more that we talk about besides makeup. We talk about life events. I share my story, my life story a little bit. I talk about aging and how my makeup and skincare routines have changed due to necessity. And I also love to talk about how you can look good, put your makeup on, and still have money in your purse to spend on other things. Imagine that. Where you don't have to go and spend $50 or $60 or $75 for a foundation. There are some great high-end foundations out there. There's some great high-end makeup lines, skincare lines, and all that, and I'm not putting those down because when my purse allows me to, I can splurge on some of those things. But let me just say and be honest that my husband's work is all dependent on environmental things. He does insurance work, and he does catastrophe insurance claims, which means that he doesn't just work every day. He does, y'all see my dog back there? That's Kiki. He does only get to work whenever there's been some kind of catastrophic happening, like tornado, hail damage, wind damage, things like that. So, you know, there are times my husband doesn't work, which means he gets no income. And there are times I can have a little extra money to spend on more frivolous things, and then there are times I have to really watch my pennies. And I think in today's world, you know, if you're in one of those categories where you have to watch your pennies, and I've never really known anything other than having to watch my pennies because I was divorced. When I was younger, I had no college education, and I was raising a daughter all by myself. Needless to say, there were times I didn't have money to buy groceries. So I have grown up in that era of watching my money, watching my P's and Q's, and not going out and spending on things that's just not necessary. But I have remarried, and I do have a little more income at times than others. And I have gone out and I've bought the higher end products. I used to sell a product as well. But I found also that you don't have to spend a lot of money on your cosmetics, your skincare, and things like that in order to really have a good look. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm going to use some of my favorite go-to products and just tell you that you can get ready and spend under $15 on everything that you use. And it looks fairly good, I have to say. I've been turning people on to a foundation that I have been using, and more people, everyone that has purchased this foundation, and I'm not putting a plug in for it, I'm just saying I love this product and I'm going to use it today. But everyone that has gone online and purchased this product loves it. I've not had one person say, oh, I don't like it. Not one. And we're talking $5 for the product. Now in my YouTube videos, you will hear me and see me talk about many different lines, many different products. I don't just stick with one line of cosmetics and skincare. I find different things that have worked for me over the years. And let me just say that I am 64 years old. I have tried a lot of different things. And the one biggest thing for me that I battle every day are dark spots, age spots, sun damage. I've always loved the sun. I used to always loved to get a dark tan. And so now at my age, I am seeing all the damage that has been done to my skin over the years. But it is what it is. Plus the fact that I was born with freckles doesn't help as well either. So over the years, I have been fighting the freckles, the age spots, all those things. Now I'm fighting the fine lines, the wrinkles, all those things that go along with aging as well. So things that I have used and was able to use back when I was younger, no longer work for me. Even my makeup routines, I have to change the colors that I use on my eyes. I can't use the shimmers as much as I used to. I can still use them, but for me, and I'm talking for me only, we all age differently. Age is a number, and like when I say if you're over 40, well, somebody that's over 40 may look like they're 20. Somebody that's over 40 may look like they're 80. We all age at a different pace. It's according to how it's, first of all, it's genetics, a lot of it. Also, it's how we've taken care of our skin and our body and our health over the years, what we've eaten, whether we've exercised, if we're a smoker, did we do a lot of drinking and drugs and things like that. So we're all different. And I've never done drugs. I've never smoked. I've drank a little bit in my past. I'm not a drinker now. But I've always tried to eat right. I've always watched my weight because obesity runs in my family big time. So I've always been into health and fitness. Still trying my best to. It's hard because I do have a lot of health issues where I can't really do a lot of the exercises. I can't do jumping jacks. I can't do squats because I have really bad knees. I have arthritis throughout my body. So I'm in a lot of pain a lot of the time, but I do the very best I can and try to stay mobile and that kind of thing. So my thing today is we're going to get ready and we're going to use products that are all under $15. Really, almost all of them are under $10, if you can believe that. But I want to dismiss the myth that you have to spend a lot of money on products in order to look good. That's a myth, okay? I heard someone say one time, cheap is not good and good is not cheap. Well, we're not talking cheap. We're talking less expensive. We're talking price point. Can you get a product that is a lower price point than a $70 foundation and it still work and look good? You sure can. So that's what we're going to do today. Now, let me just say that you need to kind of always remember to, one of the biggest things is, of course, doing great skincare before you use any kind of product on your face. Skincare is going to make it or break it. You can have the best skin and you can use the cheapest products and you can still look good. But if you're challenged like me and you have issues like fine lines and wrinkles and sagging jowls and you have the redness on your eyelids and you have a lot of the age spots, dark spots, it's more of a challenge. And so finding a good product at a lower price point, you know, you have to go through some of the, as they say, you have to kiss a lot of frogs to find your prince. And sometimes at this price point, you can afford to go through some of these different products and try them out. Even if they don't work for you and they're not the best, you can still use them through the week when you're just staying at home or you're really not going anywhere and still get your money out of it, okay? But I can say there's some that I like better than others, but I've really not found one that I think I will never use this again. The only one that I can say is the foundation that you put on, and it's a white cream, and when you rub it in your skin, it just totally matches your skin tone. It still looks really white on me. Other than that, I could use that under my makeup as a face primer or something like that, but I would not purchase that as a foundation for me. Okay, because I have so many skin issues, I need some coverage. I need coverage. But I don't want it to be heavy because if it's heavy, it's going to settle in my fine lines and wrinkles. So there's a fine line there, finding that right coverage, but it not being heavy. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. This is my number one foundation for now. I have a couple of others that I like where I'll use a lot. But this is my go-to right now. And this is a foundation that I ordered online. It's called Phera Foundation. I hope I'm saying that right. I think the O is silent. P-H-O-E-R-A. This makeup has great coverage. It is not heavy. You can get 2 bottles of this. You can get a dual package of these foundations for $9.99 on Amazon. So $5 suits me just fine. And I'm as happy as I can be. I would use this if I had $1 million in my purse right now. Oh, first of all, I'd have a heart attack. But I would go out and I would still purchase this. So this is my holy grail. This is the go-to. This is my favorite of foundations that I have found in a long, long time. Okay? Even the high-end, I have a whole drawer of high-end products over here. This is my go-to. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to use this product, and this is, I think I'm using number 104. That's the only thing with some of the products that you buy that are not from a department store, especially like your foundations and things. You can't go to the like the Walmarts and the drugstores and buy these products and test them. They don't usually have testers. Now Ulta usually has testers on some of their things. Really mostly just NYX and things like that, and then all the Ulta products, they'll usually have testers. But that's the only downfall in picking out some of these lower end things at like Walmart and your drug stores, is that you just have to kind of hope that you get the right color, because they don't have testers. And let me just say that I do have on permanent eyeliner. What you're seeing is permanent eyeliner on upper and lower, and I do have my eyebrows tattooed. And I am going to have to go and get a touch-up on my eyebrows because it's been a long time. And I will say that when I do, I will take y'all along with me, and I will share my eyebrow tattoo experience. I just have to say that it has been one of the best things I've ever done. I used to spend so much time trying to get my eyebrows right, you know, to where they would match. You probably will never ever get them exactly the same. You've heard this story by so many people who do makeup. They're not twins, they're sisters. Sometimes they're distant cousins. But since I've had the permanent eyeliner and the tattooed eyebrows, it's been amazing. It has saved me so much time on putting on my makeup, because that was where I spent a lot of my time trying to get them even, getting them right. So a lot of mine has faded. It's probably been 4 or 5 years since I've had mine done. So yeah, I need to go and get them touched up, but still, you can still see I do have hair in my eyebrows, but as I age, my hair in my eyebrows thins. I lose hair here and I get it here. Isn't that horrible? But listen, if you are new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and also the bell so that you will be notified whenever I download a new video. And we just get real. We get real. We talk about everything. We talk about everything. I don't leave nothing untalked about. I mean, my life's an open book. So we talk about all kind of things. You know, it's all about just, I mean, if something that you've tried works for you, or you've done something in your life or in your past and it was great or it wasn't great, I just believe in sharing those things with others. You know, women sometimes there's a lot of jealousy, a lot of competitiveness in the female genre, and I just don't go in for that. I just think you know, we need to empower each other and encourage each other. And I just like sharing some things that I've done that have worked for me. But as I've aged, my eyebrows have thinned. My hair is thinned. I used to have a whole lot thicker hair, but that's some of the things we deal with as we age. Okay, moving along. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewinder. I get this at Walmart, again, under $10. And this is what I use as a concealer. And I also, sometimes, I just like the application. It's like a sponge tip. And my face is burning a little bit today. I do use Retin-A on my skin, and my skin's burning a little bit today, so I just use that as a concealer and an eyeshadow primer. You don't have to use all those different products, concealer, eye primer, face primer. You can if you want to. I don't have large pores or anything like that, so I don't, and have never really used a face primer. I don't use an eye primer. I use concealer. I have used eyeshadow bases in my past. You have to have something on your eyelids in order for that eyeshadow to adhere to. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of fallout from your product. Now, one of the best things that I have found, other than my Farrah foundation, which I will continue to use probably forever, is my Banana Light baking powder. This is a very lightweight setting powder. It's by Revolution, and this is the only thing really that I'm using today that is over $10, and this is between $11 and $14. And I ordered it online, and it's just great. I love this. This is great, great, great. It's very lightweight. It sets your makeup, but it's not too heavy, and it doesn't emphasize your fine lines and wrinkles, which y'all know that around our eyes is where we tend to, excuse me, where we tend to show our age early on, because underneath the eye is that real thin skin, and so we have to really be careful. And over the years, we've pulled and we've tugged at under our eye, putting on makeup and things like that, washing our face, you know, rubbing our eyes a lot. So we have to really be careful when we do something under our eye, because that can really age us quickly if we put a lot of powder under our eyes. It will really emphasize our fine lines and wrinkles. So this Banana Light powder, as you can see, it does not settle in your fine lines. It is great. Okay, another thing that I'm going to do is my my contour. And where is that? I'm using my e.l.f. This is actually an eyeshadow, a blush palette from e.l.f. I got this at Walmart. But I'm going to use this color here as a contour. It's kind of a brownish, peachy, orangey color. And I'm fair-skinned. I don't get out in the sun ever. If I get out in the sun, I am covered with sunscreen. And so there's my contour. I'm just putting it under my cheekbones, a little bit under my chin, because I do have a long face. I have pretty good cheekbones, so I just kind of contour a little bit under there. My nose is good. I don't go down the sides of my nose. If you have a long nose, you might want to put it there, a wide nose contour on each side. I don't do a lot of contouring. That's just me. Now I'm going to take this pretty soft pink, and I'm going to use that right over where I just did my contour. And this was under $10 as well at Walmart, and I always put a little bit on the end of my nose just to kind of give me a little bit of that, like I've been out in the sun look. And then what I do is I take my powder brush, or any kind of brush, and just rub over my face, make sure that all that's kind of blended in. We don't want to see demarcations of where we've put one color or another. We want it to all blend in. And then that takes off any of the leftover powder residue that we didn't get into our skin. Okay, now what I'm going to do is my eyebrows. And as I said, as you can see, I do have tattooed eyebrows. So the template is there, and this is where I'm going to take my NYX eyebrow pencil. I love this. I have a brand new one here. I always double up on products that I know I'm going to use all the time. And again, under $10. And I think this one is soft brown. I like it because it has the spoolie on the end where you can brush your eyebrows. And it's important to do that to get the powder and any foundation or anything out of your eyebrows. And I'm going to look up here in my mirror. But what I do is, like I said, the template's there for me now. I just fill in. And if you're thinking about having your brows tattooed, you can see the little bit of difference there. I've just filled this one in. The template's there. All I have to do is just fill in. If you're thinking about getting your eyebrows tattooed, I would say yes, because it has been a lifesaver for me, a time saver and everything else. Because like I said, I would get in here, I would have to wipe them off and start over because they were just not right. And so now, you know, like I said, they have faded some because it's been years since I've had them done. But that's all I do. And you can look and see if you need to adjust. But, you know, your eyebrows are not meant to be exactly the same, but try to get them as close as you can. And remember, Remember not to ever forget your eyebrows. Your eyebrows are the one thing on your face that frames your face, that frames your eyes. It's part of the picture you're painting. Don't leave that out, okay? That's like coloring in a coloring book and leaving one piece uncolored. It's not finished. And remember that your eyebrows start beside the bridge of your nose. The highest arch is in the middle of your eye where your pupil is, and then taking your pencil and laying it to the side of that's where it should stop. So don't start way over here in the middle of your eye. Your eyebrow should start right next to the bridge of your nose, laying your pencil and completing it, because it could fall short. So make sure that it is where it's supposed to be. And it doesn't take a lot of work, doesn't take a lot of time. But I did want to tell you that I do have permanent eyebrows and eyeliner. So I did have the tattooed eyeliner and eyebrows. What I'm using now is one of my go-to things. It's by Ulta, and it is called Matte Pink, and it is a brow highlighter. And I got this at Ulta, and it's exactly what it says it is. It's a brow highlighter. Now sometimes I will use this as an eyeshadow base. I like it because it is matte. It says it's pink, but to me it looks like a soft white. It's not stark white. It's not shimmer. It is a matte, which I have to have matte because shimmer will settle into your fine lines as we age, and it accentuates our fine lines. So one of my biggest tips, if you're having problems with fine lines, I'm not going to say if you're older, because it has nothing to do with age, because we all age differently. But be cautious when you use your shimmer eyeshadows, because it can age you, especially the white frosty and all that. It will age you, okay? If you like that, please continue using it. It's all about looking in the mirror and being happy with what you see, okay? And that's what I want you to do. Look in the mirror and love yourself. It's not about being vain. It's not about thinking you're all that, because we're not. But we are all beautiful in our own skin. Okay, so now everything's done. We've got our foundation, we've got our concealer, we've got our powder, we've got our contour, our cheek color, we got our brows done. I've highlighted under there, and I've got a base here for my shadow. So let's just do some eyeshadows. Let's see. I got this. If you can see this, I think this was a little freebie that I got at Ulta. It looks like a little passport. But look at those. Now, some of those are shimmers. This one is a real high shimmer, and so is this one. But some of these are not. They're more like a satiny shimmer. But I do like golds and coppers on me. I have kind of a blue-gray eye. Sometimes they're more blue, sometimes they're more gray. But I'm going to go in with this gold one here. It is a shimmer, and you can use shimmer if you keep it on your mobile lid. Don't get it up in your crease if you have fine lines. Now, if you're young, or if you don't have any problems with fine lines on your eyes, you can put it anywhere you want to. And as you see, I am dabbing my eyeshadow. I'm not swiping it, because if you swipe it, you will get a whole lot more fallout, okay? So this is an Ulta little palette, and I think I got this free. I'm pretty sure I did, with a gift with purchase or something. But so this is free. I do use a lot of Ulta products. I use a lot of their lipsticks. I use their brow highlighter faithfully. I have used some of their eyeshadows. I have used a lot of their different products. Okay, so I've got the gold on. If you can see that, the shimmer, but I'm not getting it up in my crease. I don't want it in my crease. This is a palette that I got at Ulta, and it's by Revolution. It's the same brand as my banana powder, and these are all mattes except two. These are all matte colors except two, and I'll show you. These two here are shimmer, and the rest of them are mattes. And I'm going to go in with this light peachy color as a transition color right over from my crease on up to my brow bone, because I do have that hooded eye, and I'm wanting to create an illusion that that hooded eye is recessed. So light brings things forward. You know this if you've watched any kind of makeup videos, and dark colors recede, okay? So I'm wanting to make that brow bone go back, so I'm using a darker color, not a white, not a frost, not a shimmer, but a matte, soft color as a transition color. Just right there in my crease and up, okay? In my crease and up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let's see, I think I'm going to take this dark, it's kind of a taupey brown, green brown taupey color, and I'm going to use this in my crease, and I'm using a kind of a short, dense, flat brush. And the way that I do this is I take my brush and I turn it over and I just place it down in. I don't swipe. That's where you get a lot of your fallout from your shadows. And I'm going to go right underneath my eye here, and I'm going to place that right there about halfway across my eye on both sides. And then I'm going to start working up. You see how I bring that up there in the corner like I'm making a wing? I got that on my face. I'm making it look like a wing. I had that eyeshadow on my... Let's add that cheek color back. I'm looking like I'm making a wing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that right there in the outer corner, bring that up there in the outer corner, and just swap it in. Swap it across, and we're going to blend all this out. Blend it all out. If you can see how I've done that, I'm not bringing it all the way in, just right there on the outer corner. And we're going to clean all this up, blend all this out here in just a moment. And we'll do the same on this side. Make your wing like you're making an eyeliner wing, and just bring all that in. And we're not going all the way in. And then just look in the mirror, kind of make sure you've got the right amount of color and that it's placed pretty much the same on both eyes. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to start blending all this out. And that's where we take our pencil, our brush that we used for our transition color, and we just start blending all this out. And we can do the swapping motion, they call it the windshield wiping motion, whatever. Okay, blend all that out. Everything you just did, blend it out. Now if you, I dropped my brush. If you need to, you can go back in and you can add a little bit more of any color you need to. So I'm going to add just a little. I have a little bit more gold on that one than this one, so let's just do that right there. Don't want all that to be. So let's add a little more gold. There you go. All right. So as you see, I think it looks good. I'm going to take a little bit more of that transition color, this one here, and I'm going to just kind of blend that in a little bit more. I don't want that to be really dark. So let's just blend that out a little bit more. Okay, that looks better. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up out here because some of this has come out too far. And this is where I take my Ulta brow highlighter and I just sweep up there on the edge and clean that edge up. Sweep up. Be sure you keep your pencils sharpened so they don't scratch your face or your eyes. And then I'm going to take my concealer brush and I'm going to sweep that up, cleaning that edge up, making that a clean edge right there, if you can see that. And that also gives your eye a lift when you do that. So clean that edge up, and that just makes everything look so much neater. You can do whatever you need to do to clean up. And listen, don't be afraid to use your fingers, ladies, because our fingers can be great tools. Now that I don't have nails, this quarantine has had an effect on my nails. They quit growing. Imagine that. So that's what we got. And now I'm going to set that where I just put that eyebrow highlighter. I'm going to set it with my banana powder just right up in there. And you can dab that anywhere you want to dab it. It's very lightweight. It's not going to cake up. And I just dab that to make sure that that brow highlighter where I cleaned up is not creamy and doesn't smudge. And so now what I'm going to do is something that I always do. This is one of my favorite makeup techniques. Now you could do this, put you some mascara on, you could be good. But I always do my tight lining with my black eye pencil. I just love it. I'm using the Rimmel Exaggerate eye pencil in black. And what I do is I tight line the inner areas of my eye. That is like, it makes a huge difference. Now, if you have very small eyes, you might not want to do this because this does close the eye and not open it. You could use a white eyeliner if you wanted to do this. That would make your eyes open more. But I always like the look. Now, you don't forget to tight line up here because this makes a huge difference in your eye lashes. This technique will make your eyelashes look thicker. So if you're like me and you're not blessed with long, thick eyelashes, this will make a huge difference. Kind of put that eyeliner up in those lashes. And if you've never done this, it may take a little while for you to get used to it. You may blink a lot. But the way that I do it, I just kind of close my eye and I run that up. It's easier for me to do it than to hold my eye up. But I did that so that I could show you. And so I just run that all across my eye, upper and lower. And to me, it just defines the eye more. It gives the eye more definition. I just like the look of it. So that's what we've got. I don't do a lot of liner, hardly ever do liner on my upper lid because I don't have a lot of mobile lid. And if you don't have a large space there for your eyeshadow and things on your mobile lid, if you do a eyeliner, you're not going to be able to see hardly any of your eyelid. Therefore, you're not going to see any of your eyeshadow you just applied. And we want to see our eyeshadow. So I'm going to curl my lashes. I don't really... I've got something on my hands because I keep getting it on my face. But that's a good thing about makeup. You can fix whatever you don't like and you can change whatever you don't like. So it's not permanent. Unless you get it tattooed, then it's permanent. Okay, so there we are. Now I'm going to do my mascara. We'll do our lipstick and we'll be done. I mean, it's just that easy. And I've not used anything over $10 except this. And this was between $11 and $12. I think I paid $12 for it online. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use another great find. This is my Rimmel mascara. It's Extra Super Lash. I got a twin pack of this for $9.99. So, no, for $4.99. I am telling a story. I got a twin pack for $5. So $2.50. $2.50. I was getting confused with my foundation. So now what I'm going to do, I've got to take a mirror because I'm using my phone as a camera and it's rather small. So I'm going to take my trusty powder mirror here. I'm going to try to get it where y'all can see, but this is great mascara. This is as good as some of the $24 mascaras I've used and higher end. Y'all, let me just say, I don't like clumpy eyelashes. I see girls who put mascara on and they just keep putting it on and keep putting it on. And it's just a clumpy mess. But there you go. That is one coat of the Rimmel. And you see, I don't have long lashes. So let's do the other eye. One coat. Usually one coat is all I do. Now sometimes, if I want to, I can put on another coat. But usually one coat does the trick. This is good stuff. Y'all don't be afraid to try the products from the pharmacy or from Walmart or Ulta. Don't be afraid. You know, when you spend that kind of money, when you spend $2.50 on mascara, even if you don't like it to wear all the time, you can use it through the week and save your more expensive stuff for special occasions or when you really want, you know, to use your better products. But I'm telling you, this mascara is awesome. I'm glad I took a chance and tried it. You know, I think the biggest thing for people when they go out to buy products is that it can be intimidating. It can be overwhelming. everything is better than someone else's. You know, this is the new and improved formula. You know, everything is marketed and promoted, and everything is so much better than something else, and they're always coming out with something better. You know, whatever. I don't do a lot of mascara on my lower lashes either. Some people say as we age we shouldn't put any mascara, but I do like a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes. So, you know, I could add another coat and it still wouldn't be all clumpy up. And let me just say that this mascara stays on. It doesn't flake. I love the brush. I love that it's tapered. Because I usually put my mascara on with a point at first, and then I'll go back and brush it out. So that's one coat. I say that's pretty good for $2.50 mascara. And I think we're done except for our highlighter and our lipstick. Now this is another one of my favorites. I just got this in the mail yesterday. It's brand new. I've gone through so many of these. This is the Maybelline Master Strobing Stick. It's a super lightweight illuminizer. And I use this on my cheeks, and I'll usually use it on the end of my nose, and I'll put it on top of my lipstick just to give it a little bit of highlight. But I love that color. Can y'all see that color? It's beautiful. So I'm just going to take that and swap right there on the top of my cheek, if you can see that. Don't bring it down in here. You don't want a lot of highlighter right in here. You really want it up right there on the very top of your cheeks. And then you can do it down your nose and right on top of your Cupid's bow. But I like to put some down my nose. I like a little bit of that glow. As we age, sometimes our skin gets dull. And this helps bring back a little bit of that youthful glow. And that's really the only place I put it. Just on my nose and right in here. And then I'll put it on my lips. The next thing I'm going to do is my lips. And this one is kind of a go-to for me. It's a Revlon Color Stay Long Wear Lip Liner. And it is in mauve. Mauve. This is Revlon. And it's a mechanical pencil. I keep dropping stuff, sorry. It's a mechanical pencil, so this one is one that, you know, just twist up. Don't have to keep it sharpened, which I love. But I always have you a trusty little handy little pencil sharpener handy, because you will have to keep your pencils sharpened so they don't scratch your eyes. So I'm going to just line my lips. And ladies, don't forget to exfoliate your lips. Now, I have several different exfoliators for my lips. Let's see. Well, I said I did. Anyway, I use an exfoliator. It's a scrub, and I just put it on my lips. This one is by Merle Norman. I'm not sure how much this was. I used to sell Merle Norman. I had my own Merle Norman store, so I do have a lot of their products. Great products. This was over $10, I am pretty sure. But this is something I've had for a while. It does have a lip scrub on one end and a moisturizer on the other. Excuse me. So you can see I do have the moisturizer and the lip scrub on my lips. So be sure and don't forget to take care of your lips, because a lot of these long wear lip colors and the matte lipsticks will emphasize any dryness or peeling that you have on your lips. So just going to outline my lips. During this quarantine, I have really been pampering myself. I've been doing a lot of skincare, conditioning of my hair, okay. Alrighty. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my This is a Milani lip color. I got this at Walmart. This is number 26, and it is called Nude Cream. So again, under $10. This feels really good. It's not super creamy to where it's not going to stay on my lips. It's not sticky. Feels really good. I like a nude or a pinky nude lip color. And this is where I take my highlighting, luminizing stick, and I just put it on the middle. I put it on the middle of my lips and kind of give you more of a pouty look, but and that's it. We're finished. And we used all these products that are under, I'm going to say 15. And I think this may be right there at 15. So we did good. But I didn't use that online. I used that. I always put my exfoliator on at night, my lip exfoliator with my skincare. But you can find, I think e.l.f. has a lip exfoliator. I'm sure Ulta has some over there. You can find lip exfoliators online from Amazon, whatever. But let me just encourage you that if you feel that you can't buy makeup because maybe you're on a lower end budget, you can. The only other thing that I could suggest for you is something else that I do. I use the eyebrow highlighting pencil from Ulta, but if you want to make that more of a matte, I use my NYX matte eyeshadow. I forgot to do that. And if you want to, you can put that right up there under your eyebrow if you want to just add a more matte look. And that's it. And I forgot to tell y'all that. But again, under $10. So, that's just proof. And I think my makeup looks great. I have great coverage. I don't see any of my age spots. Everything is set with my powder. I'm done. Didn't take long. And it takes a whole lot less time when I'm not talking. So, you don't get discouraged that you feel like you have to settle for products because you can't buy the more expensive. Don't do it. Try some of these products. You may find out you like them even better than the higher end. Now, I'm not downing any other makeup line. Please know that. There are some great products out there. It's according to what needs you have, what you're looking for, and what suits your fancy. I mean, it's all about that. We all have different likes. We all have different looks that we like, and we're all different ages, and we all deal with different issues. So, but I just wanted to encourage you that if you're like me and you have to kind of watch your P's and Q's and your money, don't feel like you have to settle. I'm not settling. I'm very happy with what I've found. So hopefully maybe if you have never tried some of these products that I have today that I've talked about, I urge you to try them. I mean, at the price point that we're talking about, you can do that. And use these products if you want to use the higher end. Save those for your weekends or for when you're going out on a date or someplace special. And use these through the week. I think you'll find you like them just as well. So thank y'all for watching. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do. And tell your friends. We talk about a lot of different things. I have been lax on doing my videos, but I am back and I have got so much I want to share with y'all. I'll talk about some things that I've found. I just found a new hair dryer that I'm going to talk about. And when you have hair like this, you try to find shortcuts because it does take a lot of time to dry and curl and fix. And so we'll be talking about a lot of things. I'll talk about skincare. I'll talk about the vitamins that I use. I'll talk about how I exercise with all the health problems that I have, just trying to stay mobile. I'll even share a little bit about my story and my past, which is kind of heavy sometimes if you think, I don't know if I want to hear this, but we all have a past. I'm not proud of my past, but I'm proud of where I am today. So I love you. Have a great day, and thank you for watching. Bye.